Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going over a deck that I've kind of gone over before, but a friend of mine has said that he's found some luck against, say, Roaring Moon, and he has an idea on how to play the matchup against Iron Thorns. So we're going to go ahead and test it out. It is Espathra EX with a few more friends, one that I did not expect. We've got the 3 Flittle and the 3 Espathra EX. Pretty standard in this deck. We also have the 2 Xatu Natu, which again, pretty standard for this deck. We are running the 2 Shuppet and its evolutions, Banette EX and what I like to call Baby Banette. For 1 energy on Banette EX, Everlasting Darkness, you do 30 damage, which isn't a lot, but you item lock them, which is kind of nice. It has the other attack, 1 Psychic, 1 Colorless, and it does 60 for each trainer card in their hand. Supporters, stadiums, items, and tools. Baby Banette has its Puppet Offering ability. You can Lost Zone this card, and then you go get a supporter from your discard. It's not bad. It's going to help you get stuff like a boss if you need it. It's going to help you get Arven again, just in case you need it. It's going to help you get what you want for that turn if you need it. We also have Mew with its restart ability. Go ahead, if you don't have if you don't have 3 cards, draw until you have 3 cards. The deck that kind of the card that kind of makes this deck run a little easier against Thorns is your Flutter Mane. With Flutter Mane, it has the great ability Midnight Fluttering. If this card is active, turn your opponent's active Pokemon, their ability, off. So against Thorn, you don't really care. You just be like, all right, well, you don't have any abilities, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my Mew. I'm going to go ahead and use my Radiant Alakazam and kind of just plink them and ping them how you see fit. It's kind of fun. We have Radiant Alakazam. At any point in time, you can move 2 damage counters from one Pokemon to one of their other Pokemon. Mimikyu comes in really handy against Iron Thorns. Yes, most Iron Thorns now are running 2 Canceling Cologne, so this could be a bit of an issue, but you never know. You might be able to catch them off guard or get them to discard it early because they don't think you have Mimikyu, and then bing boom, you put it up. The Spiritomb is there for stuff like Lumineon and Rotom V. It's kind of more in the matchup for, say, Charizard, which is a huge threat in the meta right now. So Spiritomb is going to turn off your like I said, your Lumineons, and it's going to turn off your Rotoms. And we have the Manaphy. I'm going to say it now. I haven't used Manaphy at all in my testing for this, but I can understand, say, you don't want to deal with Radiant Greninja, and that's why it's there. We are running the 4-3-2-1, which I kind of like, descending numbers, but we're running Iono, Professor's Research, Boss, and Arven. The big takeaways, I don't know that I like this lineup, but I will say the 4 Iono is kind of becoming a staple in a lot of decks. 4 to 3 Iono. It's just a good card. Both you and your opponent shuffle your hands, put it on the bottom of the decks, draw until each player has the amount of prize cards left. So if I have 3 prize cards, I draw 3, and my opponent has 6, he'll draw 6. Or if I have 6, I'll draw 6. Professor's Research is really fun. I enjoy it. You can't really beat it. Discard hand, draw 7. It's really good. Boss, bring up one of their Pokemon. Arven, look for a tool and an item card and put them in your hand. Other than that, pretty standard stuff here as far as items go and tools go. You want to use your Hero Cape to put something really big in active. Say something like, I don't know, make Banette a 350 HP Pokemon. It'll live 2 hits from Iron Thorns, giving you opportunities. Another way to mess with Iron Thorns is to give them Pokemon League headquarters. Basic Pokemon have to pay 1 more energy to use their attacks. Colorless energy, but Iron Thorns goes from a 3 cost to now a 4 cost, and that kind of can mess with their plans. That's the deck. We're going to go ahead and get into it, see how we do, see what kind of fun we get into, and we'll go from there. Okay, so with this deck, we kind of want to go first. You want to be able to evolve into your Espathra, your Xatu, your Banette. You want to be able to do that on turn 2 as fast as possible. And this deck kind of lets us do that. We do want to go first on this one. You can deal with things if you go second. Say you want to go get your Flutter Mane to knock off their potential if you go second, you want to be able to get something like Flutter Mane or a Mimikyu to kind of slow them down so you can start to speed up. We will use our Shuppet here. And we're going against a, possible Charizard. Well attached there, and this is not a good start, but we'll see how we do. Hey, we will take the Iono at this point. This is a good, that was a rough hand, so we'll take what we can get. 2 Flittle down, I can deal with that for sure. Okay, so this is going to be a, I still want to say it's going to be a Charizard, but it might be a Dragapult Duskull ability, or Duskull attack. Okay, boop, boop, boop. I don't mind dropping it on one of those, and we'll move from there. With Iono, the more cards we have, the better. Yes, we are letting them have cards, but that's okay. Right now, we will put the Rigid Band here. Let's hope we get Banette EX out of this. We don't, but we get a Natu. That's, something. We'll just go ahead and pass turn. We're kind of really hoping that they don't get the dust clouds. This will determine it. I think. Okay, no, this is going to be a Dragapult deck. Arven, I would guess, goes and gets... Gotta get something. Rare Candy. Okay, Rare Candy for Sealstone. Okay. That means he's got the Dragapult. Oh, he's got a Dusk Noir. Okay. Well, Dusk Noir will kill one of our Pokemon. Smart, smart. We will get a prize card out of it, so will he. Let's go ahead and get at least a Xatu, or a Natu, up and rolling. I think that's smart. Xatu down, and then we can go ahead and Iono. They are going to get 4 new cards, but we are all going to get 5, and that's pretty nice. We can then... We can drop Mimikyu, and we can accelerate to Mimikyu, getting us 2 more cards. Okay, so we do have things that we would like with that Super Rod, including all of those. This hand's actually pretty decent. We'll go ahead and knock this Dreepy out. And now the prize race is even. Hoping that Iono didn't give him too much. Buddy-Buddy will probably go get more Dreepy. No. Okay. So this actually lends us pretty decently. Okay, triple. Iono. Okay. Everybody's down to 4. Okay. Okay. We can do this. We still have the boss, or they have the research, but we also have Arven, and they'll concede. Just didn't get the cards they wanted and are going to move on. Okay, so with this deck, we want to go first. We want to go first, and we will, so we can get our Espathra up and running, so we can get the Xatu and the Banette up and running if we need to, and just kind of go from there. If we were to go second, however, we would want to be looking for the Flutter Mane, or the Mimikyu, or even Spiritomb, depending on what we know we're playing against. We are going to go first, so we're going to kind of go with that strategy and see how we can manipulate and keep going. And we are going to mulligan for the first time. This deck doesn't mulligan often. We have a lot of basics. In fact, we're only going to do the one mulligan. We do have a Flutter Mane. I think Flutter Mane is the best option here, and we will go from there. Okay, we don't know what we're playing just yet, but that's okay. We got the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We'll drop it. I like Flittle, and I like Natu at this moment. We'll throw our Great Ball down, see what we can get. Okay, I actually don't mind the Flittle at this point. Little here, and I think we need to attach here just in case. Okay, we're playing a cloth deck. This could be fun. This could be really fun. Iono resets our hand. We're okay with that. We didn't have the greatest hand. We were legitimately kind of relying on top deck. But this will help us quite a bit. Okay. This league headquarters will actually help us as well. They draw till they have 7. Look at that. Another energy. We'll drop that down. We'll go ahead and Great Ball. We have the Xatu. That's a great draw. I'm not gonna lie. Xatu down. Accelerate energy here. Okay, not exactly what we wanted to see. I don't mind getting the Banette EX here. Banette EX down. And we can go ahead and retreat. Bringing up Banette. And I like putting something on a Flittle here. Since we are knocking out the Cleffa, so it doesn't really matter. And we'll go ahead and Banette. Now they can't use items out of their hand, which will be kind of nice. Because we will go ahead and keep another energy. But we can keep their hand large, and we can accelerate these energies off and do what we need to do. We should be able to knock this out. Double Turbo, it's still being affected by the league headquarters, so it's not going to be able to attack us this turn. Should be able to knock it out with Banette EX. Should. We don't know what their hand is, so we might be able to. I would assume. Depending on whether they just passed, we've probably got a lot of cards in hand. We will leave that hand the way it is. We can move a Flittle real quick. We can attach to here and Energy Retrieval. Ooh. Well, we'll go ahead and wait. We'll go ahead and Poltergeist. 6, 12, 24. So there we go. Knocking out the waking, or the walking wake, excuse me. The walking wake, and we'll move on from here. They can now use some of those items that they had in hand, and the Professor's Research will probably do something. This league headquarters is kind of coming in really clutch. Making it so their walking wake isn't really doing a ton right this second. Trekking shoes. They can finally get that out of the hand. Another trekking shoes. Probably pulled off of the trekking shoes. That's usually how it goes for me, at least. And a vitality. Okay. So 1 and 1. Or not. is probably going to try to figure out how to use all of the items that it can. Okay, another energy down. It does need 4 energy because of the league headquarters. And let's see, that will add, that adds, okay. So what we'll do here with Xatu, we'll accelerate, we'll get the Buddy-Buddy. The Buddy-Buddy will get us another Xatu. Okay. Okay, so Buddy-Buddy down. We're going to go for the Natu. Xatu, accelerate energy. Great Ball. Let's see what we get. We get the Mimikyu. No, we're fine. Energy down on this Flittle. We only have the 2 energy. That's fine. With this, we're kind of okay. We'll go ahead and put that down. I don't mind here. Don't mind this here. Don't mind that there. And this is actually a pretty decent hand. And we can go ahead and Everlasting Darkness. Go ahead and hold them there. We are still going to need them to have 5 trainers, which we know they don't necessarily have, but that's okay. Hopefully they can hit the Iono and maybe give us a bunch of trainer cards. Okay, Walking Wake still does not have enough because of the league headquarters. Okay, we got a Xatu, so we like that. We can go ahead and Clairvoyant Sense onto this Espathra. Okay, we don't necessarily hate that. Let's go ahead and retreat. Bring up the Espathra. We are swinging for 210. Okay, we don't know that. I don't know that we like that. We can Boss's Order though. We can bring up this Walking Wake, and we can go ahead and Psyball. Yes, we're only doing 120, but we're okay with that because now they have to get this Walking Wake up and running, potentially attaching an energy to it, which means they're not attaching to the other Walking Wake, and we can kind of just pedal forward like that. I would like to see Iono here, mainly because I don't want to get rid of this Poke League headquarters, or they could always do the switch card. Did not see that coming. Okay, 120. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by special condition, which it is currently not, so they'll only be doing 120. Okay, and we get the Iono. I want to keep the Pokemon League headquarters just in case they have something to get rid of ours. So I want to kind of keep it. Okay. What we can go ahead and do is vacuum away the Super Rod for now. We can go ahead and get rid of this here. That puts them at 220 with Lenti. We can go ahead and Clairvoyant Sense onto Banette if we need to. Okay, let's see, we have 4 energy. We will use our Super Rod to get the full 3 energy back. I don't think that's too bad of an idea. That puts us there, and we can go ahead and Psyball and Knockout. And we just need 1 more Knockout with Ionos. I don't hate that. Giving us Cloth. I don't know that they know exactly what's going to happen here. That's smart. However, Cloth still needs 3 energy to attack because of our league headquarters. Another Cloth down. Thought as Vitality. 1 and 1, maybe? Yep. This Cloth will still not be able to attack, unfortunately for him. Okay, a Pokegear. We are a grass Pokemon. Cloth is weak to grass. We'll end up doing a ton of damage to this Cloth if he can't get it out of active. So, I don't know if he noticed that. Or if he's just like, yeah, let me play out my turn, see what happens. Maybe I'll get something good. And we'll concede. We had the win anyway. So, there you go. And there you are. There you have it. Yeah. Espathra EX. I'm not gonna lie to you, it probably took 8 games between people quitting or just getting donked on, me getting donked on. It took about 8 games to get a decent match, and the one you saw was against Walking, Wake, and Cloth. Overall, I think this deck is pretty good for a very specific and niche meta. I don't know that it's good in the overall meta that we currently sit in. It does do pretty well against Roaring Moon. It does pretty well against Charizard because of the weakness in the matchups. But I'm not 100% sure it's something that I would take to a regional. If I knew the regional was going to be heavy Charizard, heavy Roaring Moon, and a couple other things that I think this deck can kind of beat, something that uses a lot of energy or a lot of items, I think this deck would be good in that meta. But I don't know that this deck is good in the current meta. Stellar Crown comes out soon, so maybe we'll see it get a little bit of a revival, but I don't know. Would I take this to a league challenge or a cup? Yeah, probably. Those tend to have pretty high competitive decks, but the meta might be less varied in one of those than, say, a regional or definitely something like Worlds. What would I change? I think I'd get rid of the Manaphy. So far, in all of the games I played, I didn't use it once. I might get rid of the Manaphy, add in some more. See, that's the thing, is that I would get rid of the Manaphy. I would probably get rid of this, potentially get rid of the Spiritomb if say for instance Charizard stops using Rotom, or if things like that stop using V Pokemon, I would get rid of it. But overall, I think I would just get rid of the Manaphy. Maybe bring in something like a Kirin, so you can add damage to something like Banette. I would definitely try to find room for something like Grabber. Instead of wondering if I have enough damage with Banette, I think I would like to know that I have enough damage. And Grabber, which is a Pokemon item card, says look at your opponent's hand, put a Pokemon you find there on the bottom of their deck. Grabber allows you to look at your opponent's hand, so you have more knowledge and better knowledge as to using Banette. You can guarantee you get a knockout. You can guarantee, oh wait, I don't have knockout, I should probably hold them without using items. They can't get rid of those items that are in hand, and we just keep moving forward. Yes, they could always boss out of it. Yes, they could always Iono out of it on their turn, but a Grabber gives you more knowledge about them. Overall, I think that this is a decent deck. It's still decent from the last time I reviewed it, but I don't know that I am going to be playing it for any extended period of time. If you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all the things that help me continue to do weird things and put out decks like this. Again, my friend wanted me to play this. Thank you, Frankie, for giving me this list. Anyway, have fun, stay safe. I love you.